welcome back. Cody's Caravan. We're in Napa today at the Napa Valley Car Club. This is Andrew. Andrew, thanks for having us out.
Of course, thank you for coming.
This place is the coolest.
Thank you. Thank you. We are very proud of it. It turned out better, I think, than we expected. And we had a lot of support and help from a lot of different people to put this together. You know, friends, designers, people who just lending a hand. And, you know, in a few months it came together. And I remember one day sitting there with my partners and we were saying, wow, this is cool.
You know, and that's what everybody says when they walk in here. They go, wow. Yeah. Okay, so explain the concept to them.
Sure. So our concept, we basically do all things exotic, fancy cars in Napa Valley and wine country. So you can rent these cars. You can rent it for the day, go cruise, you know, Napa Valley, Sonoma, go out to the coast, anything like that. The car is yours, you know, for the weekend, whatever you want. We do group events, so we do private rallies. We call it Rally in the Valley, naturally. And that's when we take a group out on the back roads, all the best roads, the scenery, stop at cool places. They get to switch cars. They'll drive a Ferrari for one leg. They'll drive a Lamborghini for the second leg. You know, they get to experience them all kind of in one day, back to back to back. So we do that. We do racetrack events, and you know, where you drive around the racetrack, and then we do airstrip challenge, where you kind of drive as fast as you can down a private airstrip for an 1/8 mile, and we do some, you know, friendly competition and prizes and things like that. So kind of adrenaline, but in a safe environment. Bring in some food, bring in, you know, some drinks after you drive, of course. So that's on the car front, and then this facility, which we call the barn, is where we you know, house all of our cars, and it is an event space, and but most importantly, it's a members lounge. So the members of the Napa Valley Car Club have access to the barn. They can come in, they can work here, they can hang out. We have a lot of social events. It's kind of a home base for car enthusiasts in Napa Valley. So instead of hanging out at gas stations or wherever that, you know, they're hanging out, now they've got a home base here. And so there's just always a very fun energy, all the while keeping, as you saw the front, sort of a secretive vibe. So we're sort of the secret hangout
like
of Napa Valley.
Car speakeasy.
It's a little bit like a car speakeasy.
You got to know the code. You know, you got to know the thing.
Exactly. So the membership is sort of, it started with an invitation to our network, and then referrals from people, and then as people found out, they would, you know, let us know they were interested, and so we launched that a few months ago, and it's going great. We're really proud of it.
It is fantastic. This Ferrari right here is calling my name. I think this is the one we should take out.
Is this the one you want to take out?
So.
It's hard to beat a red and tan mid-engine Ferrari. I mean, it is the quintessential classic sports car.
Sweet. So we're going to take this sucker out on the road. Stick around. That's coming up. Back to you guys in the studio. Today is a good day.
I'm glad to hear him describe how the process works. I'm assuming my invitation is going to come any minute now to join the club.
I'm sure it's in the mail, John.
Yeah.
You know, things take time.
Just bring it, you know, just bring the old Honda down. Thank you, Code. Appreciate it.
And welcome back, Cody's Caravan. We are live in Napa this morning, the Napa Valley Car Club. Andrew, thank you so much for taking us on a tour, man.
Thank you for coming and visiting us here in Napa.
Okay, what are we sitting in right now?
This is a Ferrari 488 GTB. So
that's what I thought.
Right. So for somebody who's maybe not familiar, it is one of the sort of succession lines of the quintessential Ferrari. So the engine's behind our head, red, tan. So, you know, kids growing up who saw, you know, the Testarossas or, you know, the cars like that. This is the evolution of the quintessential Ferrari.
It's so nice. It's so nice. Shall we take it for a spin?
Let's go.
Okay. Sean, let's go. Let's go, Sean. All right, we're taking off. Now, if people want to join the car club,
sure.
You have access to all these fabulous vehicles.
Exactly, yeah. So whether you're a member or not, we give the fleet access for people. And but members get member rates and you know, sort of the ability to have a lot of flexibility. And when they take them out, you know, come to Napa, grab it, take it up Valley for lunch, come back, good sort of day excursion, things like that. So, you know, and then we provide member rates for everything that we do. But the public can rent the facility. They can, have access to the cars as well. We have a lot of resort partnerships and things like that where the guests like to come experience the cars.
While we're sitting here, what kind of cars do you have besides Ferrari?
So we have, pretty much all the major food groups. We've got Ferrari, we've got Lamborghini, we have Aston Martin, Bentley, McLaren, Porsche. So, all the ones that you dream of or that we dreamt of, we went out and got those.
We went out and got those, yeah.
Exactly.
What is your favorite to drive?
You're sitting in it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my favorite. I think of the cars. If I were to own one, this would be the one that I would want to own personally. But if I had just maybe 30 minutes or an hour and I was going for a drive, I'd probably take out our white convertible Lamborghini Huracan. That's a really fun car for like a day experience. But if I were to own one, I would own the Ferrari.
Now, you've got two little kids.
I do.
I noticed that you picked this one as your favorite one to drive. There's no room for car seats in the back of this, brother.
There's not. My girls, they like the cars, but they observe them. They don't ride them. Although the Bentley has back seats.
Oh, okay.
So that's a family car.
You can totally do that.
Right.
All right, stick around. We're going to tool around in this beautiful Ferrari around Napa this morning. So stick around for that. Back to you guys in the studio. This is awesome.
A little bit jealous, Cody. Just a little bit jealous.
And Cody's Caravan, we are cruising through the Napa Valley Hills. This is an amazing experience, and you too can have this experience. So, Andrew, you guys do different levels,
Yes.
but how much are we talking about?
So it varies. I mean, our lowest price experience is just under $200, $195 a person. And then, our higher end experiences are, sky's the limit on that, I think. But, if you want this Ferrari, this kind of car for a full day, 24 hours, take it home with you, go to bed with it, everything, wake up, that's going to cost you $13.95 for the day.
Okay.
But, we have different levels of cars. We have some cars that are lower priced than the Ferrari. We have some that are higher priced. And then we do half-day rentals, and we do sort of just driving tour experiences, 30, 45 minutes. So we want to give people the opportunity to experience one of these cars, but they don't necessarily need it for a full day, or that's not what they're looking for. It's not what they want to spend their money on. So the beauty of these types of cars is, depending on how far you're driving and how long you have it, we can scale pricing up or down to customize it for anybody. So we really want to give as many people the opportunity to experience driving one of these cars in world famous Napa Valley.
I think, and that's the key too, is like you're driving in Napa Valley. You've probably heard of these things. I know that in Vegas they do this, in Miami, places like that. But in those places, you're just kind of in traffic, slowly driving. Here, you're actually getting to see this beautiful scenery. You're really driving.
Exactly. So we have beautiful open roads where you can fully experience the car. You're not sitting in bumper to bumper traffic like you are in some of the places in the Bay Area. So when you come to Napa and you take our cars, we have a bunch of suggested routes that you can go on that we know are less trafficked. Open roads, windy roads, newly paved roads, safe roads. And so that is part of the experience, is not just the car, but you are in Napa Valley and some of the best scenery in the world.
It is absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is such a cool experience. I hopefully people for like a big deal, big birthday. How cool would that be, man?
Yeah, it's a bucket list item for sure.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of people looking for special occasions and opportunities, like that. So we're very happy and proud to be able to share this with people.
I think it's amazing. Amazing. Okay, coming up in the next segment, we're going to go back to the barn take a look at some of the other cool cars that you can rent, and take a look at the facility, because I'm telling you, you guys have built a palace, man. You built a palace.
We have. We're living out every young kid's dream right now with all of our toys in our playroom, essentially. Yeah.
I can get used to this life. I'm telling you.
I'm getting used to it. Yeah, definitely.
I can totally get used to that. All right, back to you guys in the studio, the motionless, uncool studio.
That's not a Ferrari. Man, that's nice.
Oh man, I'm telling you. At one point, we did open it up just a little bit, and I'm telling you, it was like my whole body was vibrating. My ears went back, my eyes went back. It was amazing.
Okay.
But we were going the speed limit. Yeah.
We were driving the speed limit.
People
in
say
many parts of Germany. Yes.
people often say they experienced the same thing in a 2015 Honda Accord.
And those people, they mean John Dapovich.
Thank you.
Thanks, Code.
Take a ride through wine country in style. Earlier, Cody went to Napa, to a place where you could rent a luxury car. When we say luxury, we mean luxury. All this for your next wine tasting.
We're at the Napa Valley Car Club, and this place is fascinating. Okay, so there's so many spots where you can hang out and do stuff.
Definitely. So what we tried to create was different sort of areas where if you want privacy, you can have it, and if you want to be in the middle of the mix, you can. So right now we're in what we call the champagne room, and this is a room where you can bring some clients in, have an off-site meeting for your company, something like that. But sort of, I think the number one use for it is our vintner members. They like to bring clients down and host them here. So they bring them to the barn, they walk them through, they have fun, great photo ops, things like that. And then they bring them back here and they host them for private tasting. And there's a lot of vintners who don't have a tasting room. They don't have a winery. And so they don't have a place to host. They're a virtual wine label. So we're giving them now a bit of a home where they can actually bring people down and host them.
That's a fantastic idea. Let's go into the barn, though. Let's go into the barn, because these cars are so beautiful. We got a Rolls Royce right here.
Yeah, so this is from the 1940s. So this is a classic Rolls Royce. You can be chauffeured in. You've got, the Al Capone style back seat and everything, right side drive. What's interesting about this car is, even though it was built in the 40s, it's a push button start.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
So, different sort of flavor there. This is a Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah, it is.
So, your classic Lamborghini, doors go up, everything like that. And we've got a bit of a mix of classics and modern cars here. The classics are for photo shoots and things like that. You don't really want people driving them. But, you've got your Bentley convertible, your Lamborghini convertible. This is a 50s Mercedes here. We've created some vignettes, places for people to work, hang out, have a little bit of a meeting in these different sorts of areas. Up here we've got a Ford GT Carbon. It's an extremely rare car. If you ever see the movie Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that whole story was the Ford GT that won Le Mans, and this is the modern version of it. Very limited car. Very cool. So,
very cool.
yeah, and as you kind of make your way, Porsches, Ferraris, Aston Martins, right? You got my partner Jason here is just touching up the DeLorean, the Back to the Future car. So this is actually probably the most eye-catching of all the cars, funny enough. It's the one that people come in and they say, wow, and then go, oh, you got a DeLorean here? And we don't rent it for driving because it's a horrible car to drive, but it's definitely a head-turner.
And then you've got this classic vehicle here.
This is the newest addition to the fleet, Cody's Caravan. We saw it earlier. We said we got to have it, right? And so it's actually, all of our cars are two-seaters, so this actually is going to be useful as a four-seater here. So it looks good in the prime position right here in the front, ready to go for anybody who wants to rent it.
It looks ridiculous.
This looks like an Aston Martin logo almost on the wheel there. Right?
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we had such a good time. Folks, you can do this. You can do this. How do they get a hold of you guys?
So NapaValleyCarClub.com is our website. You can inquire there. That goes directly to us. You can call us, and we have an Instagram handle as well, Napa Valley Car Club. And go on, reach out to us, come visit us. We're here 7 days a week. And, we'd love to share the experience with people, whether it's an individual, a group, interested in membership, corporate looking to throw, an event, things like that, sales and set. We have a lot of different groups.
We had a great time. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
very
That
much.
was a good time. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you,
Cody.
Cody.
Looks good.